Most protected leaders in the world. The most well-protected presidents in the world have very complex systems in place to guarantee their safety from both perceived and actual dangers. Remember that these are special security forces that are funded by taxes and integrated into the national security architecture of their countries. The presidents do not have direct control over them. These institutions support the president's office rather than the president personally. This implies that the president does not choose his security detail. Rather, they are chosen on his behalf. The unit also keeps serving the nation by defending the president even after he leaves office. In actuality, leaders must be shielded from harm because if they are not, a president will be unable to act in the nation's best interests without fear or favor. Number 10. Paul Biya. Despite being the president of Cameroon, a country in Central Africa, Paul Biya is among the most protected people on the planet. He has been in power for almost 40 years, and the nation is uneasy as cries for his overthrow get more and more vocal. This is most likely the result of paranoia. Every time he goes on a public engagement or even a state visit overseas, he is surrounded by giants. He travels in an armored Range Rover Sentinel with up to 20 vehicles in his entourage. Number 9. Japan's Emperor. The Japanese Emperor has total protection from public view. He is a quasi-mythological figure whose voice is rarely heard. However, he is among the best protected people on the planet. In fact, the Imperial Guard consists of two distinct groups whose job is to guard the Emperor and his family. As a nearly autonomous branch of the Japanese military, the Imperial Guard is skilled in swordplay, weapon handling, and hand-to-hand combat. It would be challenging to outdo the Japanese at swordcraft as it is an ingrained and traditional activity in Japan. Number 8. Mohammed bin Salman. The Crown Prince and Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia is Mohammed bin Salman. He is the de facto ruler of the country and the second most influential person in the country. The country's foreign policy is going to be determined by him moving forward, and as such he is going to have many friends and adversaries. It is for fear of the latter that he has established one of the strongest personal security mechanisms around himself. Number 7. King of Bahrain. Interesting that the King of Bahrain should have such fearsome security linked to his person, because Bahrain is not such an important country. In any event, the King of Bahrain is among the world's most protected heads of state. He carries both his rocket launcher and automatic weapons into the conference room, while most other world leaders store their launchers outside during summits and meetings. His personal bodyguard robot, which accompanies him everywhere, is equipped with weaponry. The robot speaks multiple languages, including thermal sensors, facial recognition software, and a 360-degree field of vision. It's equipped with rocket launchers and assault guns. Number 6. King Charles II. Charles, the newly crowned King of England, is the most influential person in his nation. Though his security detail is relatively new, it is known as the King's Guards because of their distinctive red uniforms, black helmets, and unmistakable marching techniques. They are also reputed to keep watch in front of the palace, remaining still in the face of outside disturbances. But the rifles they hold are not accessories. Rather, they are skilled warriors. Founded in 1983, His Majesty's Special Protection Squad is an additional elite group that is seldom seen. The SAS is there to top it all off and offer backup whenever necessary. Number 5. Francis, the Pope. As the head of the Holy See, Pope Francis holds national leadership authority. But as the Pope of the Catholic Church, he rules over a population of more than 1 billion people who live in every nation on earth. His domain extends beyond that little area. A person of such significance shouldn't be left unprotected. Pope Francis is surrounded by the Swiss Guard, an elite security group that dates back about 500 years. They are well trained and taken from the Swiss army. Though they wield swords, they are also equipped with some highly advanced weaponry. The Pope travels about in a clear glass box that is as strong as steel and resistant to bombs and gunfire. Number 4. Xi Jinping. China's most important leader is Xi Jinping. He is the most significant individual in his nation and among the most powerful guys in the world. It's interesting to note that he has reportedly escaped 6 assassination attempts. Therefore, it makes sense that he would be somewhat worried about his safety. With a motorcade of armored cars, buses, and vans, he is, very appropriately, among the world's best protected leaders. Considered the Rolls-Royce of China, the Hongqi and 701 cocoons the Chinese leader personally. The car is built domestically in China and is armored, presumably to conceal its capabilities. It undoubtedly has a defense system and a communication system to summon help, which is nearby. The Chinese have a reputation for being highly skilled, as evidenced by the fact that he has withstood numerous murder attempts. Number 3. Joe Biden. Being one of the most powerful global leaders, the US president has historically been among the most protected people on the planet. Like his predecessors, Joe Biden is under the protection of the Secret Service, the security detail tasked with guarding presidents and their families. Joe Biden travels about in a vehicle known as the Beast. Produced by Cadillac, it is fittingly titled due to its extremely thick hide, which can withstand both bombs and gunfire. The vehicle includes built-in communications to request assistance and defense systems. Furthermore, Joe Biden can certainly afford a stronger security detail because his immediate predecessor raised the president's security budget by a significant amount. In addition, he travels in a motorcade, and even when the vehicle is driven alone, Secret Service personnel are all around it. Number 2. Kim Il-sung. One of the most protected people in the world is Kim Jong-un, the supreme leader of North Korea, who travels about with a dozen or more highly skilled bodyguards. While other world leaders frequently forego the extra security detail at international summits, Kim Jong-un's bodyguards created quite a spectacle when they were spotted racing beside his car at a recent meeting. In actuality, he is not the first world leader to have so many bodies surrounding him. The vehicle in question is a fully armored Mercedes-Benz S600, making it a tank. The vehicle is fitted with multiple defense systems, including rockets, and has 2 engines. The vehicle is equipped with many communication systems so that in the unlikely event that it needs reinforcements, it can do so. Kim Jong-un travels in a group of up to 10 vehicles. Even when he disembarks from the vehicle, he is encircled by bodyguards to the point where it is impossible to take a picture of him. When the man leaves the nation, he even brings his toilets with him. Number 1. Vladimir Putin. Vladimir Putin is undoubtedly the most well-protected leader in the world. He travels in a presidential limousine that is more akin to a Rolls-Royce and is constructed like a tank. The vehicle is equipped with assault guns, oxygen, and a hybrid engine. The president's life could be in danger from airborne toxins, and if the president is attacked, smoke from explosions or gunfire could contaminate the surrounding area. This is why the automobile contains oxygen. President Putin's vehicle is designed like a tank and can survive both gunfire and explosions. It can even be used as a bunker until help arrives. There are always reinforcements in the area. Vladimir Putin travels in a motorcade of around 10 cars and is accompanied by a retinue of agents who surround his car as it drives. The psychological defense element, a unique element within the Presidential Security Service, is tasked with analyzing intelligence regarding potential threats to the president's life. The force consists of approximately 7,000 highly trained officers. So this is the end of our today's video. Do you like it? Kindly give your valuable response in our comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting and informative videos.